Je vous invite à faire un tonnerre d'applaudissements du coup pour Billie Eilish.
Too small for this chair. Hi guys. What's going on?
I was telling them you did a concert here 7 years ago.
Right
you
here.
were right here. I found
Right
videos of
here.
you
Mm-hmm.
right here 7 years ago. And now you're back to meet some fans for this new album. We've got some questions here. The idea is to just grab some questions and get them. And I know some of you asked some questions, so we'll just take them. And if it's your name, you'll be able, of course, to read it to Billie. Are you ready? Are you happy to be here?
I'm ready.
It's going to be cool. You can read out loud maybe the first one and then, whoops, put it back in.
Okay, this is Excel.
Is she here?
Excel. Beautiful. While experiencing the success of What Was I Made For, which earned you 1 Oscar and 2 Grammys, do you want to continue making soundtracks, maybe even acting in movies? Yeah, for sure. I would love to do some more acting. I've done a little bit, and it was really fun. And then soundtracks, I need to take a second, because that was like a lot. But it is one of my favorite things to do. And Phineas and I think, kind of thrive when we get to write for film. So yeah, I would love to. Thank you, Excel.
I'll take another one. Let's see. Is Samuel here? Samuel Debré. Do you want to ask your question? Yeah.
What song did you enjoy singing the most across the entire album and why?
Good question. I think, oh God, L'amour, is that how you say? Love of My Life. I think that's a really fun one to sing. And I really come from like, did I say it stupid, by the way? Please. My fault for naming it that and then coming here. But I really come from loving jazz a lot, and I grew up loving to sing jazz, and so recording that one was really fun. Writing it was really fun, and then recording it was hard though. I really worked my tail off for that.
That's a special song with like 2 parts also, so
Yeah.
you can imagine it live or something. It can be a fun thing to experience live too. Thank you for your question, that was great. One question from Laura Maillard. Is she here?
Hi.
So my question was, what's your favorite lyrics from the album?
What are your favorite lyrics from the album?
There's so many.
Put you on the spot. You don't have to answer if you don't want. My favorite lyrics from the album. The Greatest was very cathartic to write. Yeah, that was like a very important moment in my life, I think, to write that one. But I think that some of the bars in Skinny got me also. Yeah. What about you guys? Do you have any specific ones? The French ones? How was my pronunciation? Was it good? Ooh. I said, I'm sorry, my love. And I was like, how can I say that in French? Anyway.
Etienne Carabi.
Your brother seems to be an extremely important part of your life. Has that always been the case? And if so, has having both of you doing music changed anything?
Ooh, I can't really think of a reason why it's been bad. I feel like it's done nothing but make us closer and give us a reason to see each other. I think that what can happen with siblings and family is like, you know, you move out and then you're not living in the same house anymore and you don't do the same things and maybe one of you moves away and then things change and it's really sad. And I think that working together made it so that we, all these years, have had to hang out and had a reason to hang out. And I think you can obviously hang out with your sibling without a reason, but I think it's harder to do than like having an excuse. Do you know what I mean?
That's a question I had earlier. Do you have any tips, like for people willing to work with their brothers or sisters, and who feel like they would like it, but at the same time feel like it's sometimes a challenge?
I think all I would say is, actually, yeah, the main thing that I said to your question earlier was like, don't let cringe stand in your way. I think that we're so freaked out by being cringy or embarrassing or corny or whatever, and I think that sometimes can hold you back because you don't want to embarrass yourself. And I think especially with a sibling, you're like, ugh. But just don't do that. I think that's what I would say. And be communicative and say how you feel and express yourself. Yeah. Is it special for you to be at the Carmen? What memories does she have of her concert in 2017? It's crazy to be back here. Yeah, I was like right here when I was 15 in 2017. And it was my first time being here. It was the first show I ever did here. And I remember it, I think about it all the time. I remember it so well and vividly. And I also did like a meet and greet right there, like right out here. And I met everybody in that crowd. And I was like meeting people for like 2 hours. It was really intense and really special. And I remember that day being like dreadful before the show. I just had all these things to do and I was anxious and it was really hot. And we were nervous because there was no sound system, so we weren't gonna be able to actually play the songs. So we did them acoustically, and like, it was the craziest thing in the world, and I think about it all the time, and it was very special. So yeah, I think of it fondly. Also, it smells exactly the same. It smells exactly the same. Not great, a little smoky, a little cigarette kind of thing. But it's sentimental at the same time. Thanks for being here, guys. And watching me talk and saying stupid shit. So embarrassing.
What's your thank you. What's your relationship with Paris, with France? That's the question.
I mean, I was saying this earlier today that like you guys know that you live in like the dreamland. Like people would die to live here. Like you don't know the way people romanticize this place. Well, you probably do, but everyone wants to be here, and it's sweet. I mean, Paris is so wonderful. It's so beautiful here, and everybody is so. I don't know. I feel like when I think about Paris, I just think about like my memories with like you guys and everyone at the shows, and it's very sentimental to me. I've never really had time off here, so I never get to do anything. The first time I was here, I went on like a bike ride and I went to the Eiffel Tower, but that's it. And that was literally 7 years ago. So I would love to come back for a trip and actually get to see around. You guys are beautiful. You guys are so beautiful. I'm like catching glimpses of these stunning people in here.
And you'll be back next year for
I will
2
be.
days, I think.
Yeah.
You'll have time. You have to take some time.
I
and visit
gotta have time.
Paris. That'll be great. What did you listen to during the composition and recording of the album? What did you listen to?
I listened to so much. I was just talking to Phineas about this, though, that what's interesting is that what I'm listening to when I'm making something really doesn't have any impact on what I'm making. It's inspiring to my soul, but it's not really inspiring the music.
Music itself.
Yeah, it's really not. It's very interesting. I mean, I listen to music from the moment I wake up until I go to sleep, so it's kind of hard to remember that exact time. But
I feel like the music you listen to, like day to day, is similar to like what you do yourself? Is it like radically different music you listen to?
I really listen to like everything. I like don't ever listen to like a genre. I was just thinking about this because I was like looking at this album that I love and I was reading the description and then it said the genre and I was like, that's the genre that it's in. It's so interesting. And I realized right then that I never know what genre anything is, and I don't ever, even my own, I have no sense of genres, and I think that's what makes me feel so like able to make what I make, is that I don't think about what box it fits into or whatever, and that's the same with like what I listen to. I like to just listen, I just love music. There's no genre that I am like anti at all.
That's also what probably helps. The way you do your own music, probably like mixing genres and like mixing inspirations. Interesting.
Yeah.
Question from Anaïs Das.
Oh.
Do you want to ask? No? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. What were the different stages of creating this album, and what took the most or the least time?
I think Birds of a Feather took the longest. I don't know if it took the longest, but it was the hardest, I think, to figure out, which is interesting. Actually, it definitely didn't take the longest because we made it. Oh, yeah, maybe it did. Sorry. We made the beginning of it in February 2023. And I loved it. The day we made it, I remember texting my team, like, dude, I just made a really good song and I'm really excited about it. And then some horrible things happened in my life, and then I couldn't really listen to it because it sounded like that, which is really weird to have with your own music. And months and months and months and months went by, and we never worked on it again. And then eventually we did, and then we couldn't figure out the chorus, and then we could not figure it out. It was insane. Like, we tried so many different lyrics on the chorus and so many different ways of production and so many different like rhythms and like types of singing and different harmonies and different layers. And I was like, I don't know what it is. There's something wrong. And we just like kept trying and trying and trying. And during that, I was like, I'm not putting this out. I can't do this. And then I just was patient with it, and then I tried a couple more things, and then I tried to just look at it objectively, and I realized that it was already done, and then I loved it, and I felt really excited about it. So that took the longest. Jesus. That answer took the longest. And then the shortest, probably Skinny. We wrote that one all in one night. And
that
that's
one was
it.
like acting the album as a sort of transition to the rest of the...
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That like was the beginning of writing, I think.
And we got lyrics of Blue.
I
Blue
know.
took a while too, in a certain
Blue
way.
did. It's funny. Blue did in its own way because it's like years of a song and 2 songs actually. But when we worked on it, it was pretty quickly that we figured it out. I love Blue.
I think they've good like lyrics, all in the, even in the restrooms, you probably saw it. Lyrics of the album and everything. It's nice. Axel Nikwe. Do you want to ask it?
No.
Okay, I'll do it. Can you talk about the track Blue? That's good. That's good. It used to be your least favorite color, and now you seem surrounded by it. What happened?
I don't know. I know everybody always says that. I used to say that I hated blue so much. See, now, I was a teenager, and I was angsty. I kind of make very firm statements, and I always have. And they're very, like, as if there's no other option but the thing I'm saying. And I noticed that recently, and I, especially when I was a teenager, would do that, especially in interviews. I'd be like, this is stupid. This is cool. I hate this, and I love this. I just really resented that somebody accidentally dyed my hair blue permanently, and I didn't want them to. That's really what it was. I was angry. And I also hated navy blue. Hated it. Hated when anyone wore the color navy blue, because it was like trying so hard to be black, but then it was navy blue. And then I was like, that's so irritating. Wow, what was the question? Wait. But the truth is, like, I love blue. I've always incorporated blue. I'm such a little tiny idiot. Because I was like, I hate blue. But I didn't. I literally, my hair was blue, and I wore blue all the time. My eyes are blue, you know. I love the ocean and the sky, and those things are blue. Anyway, the song, well, y'all know True Blue, and you always knew True Blue. And that was a song that we made when I was literally 14, when Phineas and I first started, right after Ocean Eyes, and we recorded it. We had, you know, the whole song was done. We were gonna put it out, and I just was like, I don't know. And then the time passed, and then I was like, oh, now we can't put it out. And then in like COVID, someone like stole it and leaked it. I was like, okay. But then I was kind of like, maybe it's kind of good. And then I knew I wanted to like bring it back. And I tried when we started bringing it back, I tried to have it be the original lyrics and the original verses. And it was good, but I wanted it to feel different. And, okay, anyway.
That was a good answer.
Sorry.
Let's take, so now it's about the green color. So why, did you whole night like this? What are you listening to at the moment or while you're on tour? Do you have an artist you want to recommend or, I don't know, something you're listening to?
Yeah. I've been listening to the new Maria's album, which is really good. I've been listening to a girl called Molly Lewis, I think, who's like a whistler. Beautiful, beautiful. I've also been listening to like Nelly Furtado a lot. Say It Right has just been playing that a lot. And then a friend of mine writes, and she's been sending me some of her songs, and I've been listening to those a lot. So yeah.
Private songs for the moment you can
Yeah.
listen to. Great. Ethan Ackman. Do you want to read your
Hi.
answer? Your answer, your question? Yeah?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like with music, maybe actress?
Whoa. Did you say a baby? Oh no, sorry. Oh, an actress?
Yeah.
You said maybe an actress. I thought you were like, you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna be married. In 5 years, I've never ever thought about my future and been sure that it would happen. Ooh. Everyone like, it will. Sorry. That's just how I've always lived my life. But in 5 years, my heart is beating so fast with that question. I don't know why.
Do you see yourself doing like music your whole life? Like you were talking about acting too.
Yeah.
The fact of like mixing, you know, different arts, is it something you're looking?
I think so. I would love to do like a bigger acting role. Definitely making music still. And I just want to like have a bunch of great friends that make me happy and make me laugh. That's all I've ever wanted. And it's all I really need. And yeah, I just want like my family to be happy and healthy, and you guys all to be good, and me to be good. Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Anywhere? I don't know, it's a hard one.
Yeah, I think it's difficult for everyone to try and guess in 5 years. Let's take another one. It's one from Gabrielle. Are you here? Gabrielle Fayence. Yeah, do you want to ask it?
What advice would you give to start your career in music as an artist?
Someone that's just starting out, as you
Yeah.
say? Let yourself be bad. Like, let yourself make something that's bad if you need to, or if you do. Like, I'm so afraid of being bad that sometimes I won't write something because I'm like, ugh, this is bad. Doesn't matter. Like, make it, even if it's gonna be bad. Nobody has to see it, you know? Just like, do it anyway. And also, I think don't make anything just for like someone else. That's kind of like such a basic answer, but it's true. Like, what you're inspired to make. It's like how we all like have an opinion and then you open the comments and then other people have a different opinion and then you change your opinion. Like we don't need to do that here, you know? Your opinion is your own and you have the right to feel it and you have the right to make anything that you want and not worry if anybody is gonna like it or not, ever. It has nothing to do with you if someone likes you or not.
Etienne Carabi, are you here? Do you want to ask it?
In a recent interview, you said that in your first album, you didn't really know who you were yet, and it was this last album that allowed you to be fully yourself. What made this possible change?
Well, what's really interesting is I don't think I was myself in making it, but I think after I made it, I realized like that I was almost saying things that at the time weren't like, I was kind of in a different, like making this album, I was really in a different place. Like I was kind of not really there. I was kind of going through it. And I think once we made it, somehow it felt really different to me. And I think I made all these changes in my life to figure out who I am and like what I want in life. And I think that without making this album, I wouldn't have been able to get through this like awkward kind of identity thing where I was just like, I have no idea what I want to do. I don't have any hope for any future of my life. I really didn't. It's interesting. I found a video from May 17th, 2023, exactly to the day a year before the album came out. And Phineas and I were in the studio and we were writing, and I was in like, I've said this now many times, but it just there keeps being a new one. And I won't get into details, but yeah, it was like last May, June and July, that was like the darkest it's ever gotten for me. And I found a video from May 17th where we were filming because we were trying to remember what we were writing, and I just left it on. And Phineas and I had a whole conversation about how I was feeling and the things I wanted to do and what was going on. And it was really intense. And I think that like conversation and the conversations that we had that in that period of time, like I basically had to look at my life and just think of only things that were gonna bring me joy and make me happy, because I couldn't think of one single thing. And think about why and the things that make me feel good and the things that don't. And I was kind of forced, because of the position that I was in and the place that I was in, I was forced to make some sort of change. I couldn't live like I was living anymore. And so it kind of required me to like find myself a little bit more and know what I liked and kind of throw away way more than I maybe wanted to, because I needed to find something to hold on to. And it's so scary to change, and it's so scary to like grow. But there's like a quote that I know that's like, you either have to pick unfamiliar heaven or familiar hell. And you kind of want to pick familiar hell because it's like comfortable. But you gotta let yourself be uncomfortable to change and to grow and to find joy and purpose in your life. So, yeah, I think it was after the album was made that I found it.
That's so interesting. I feel like we see it in your album. We can feel, with your answer and also with the album itself, that music for you is also a kind of I know that therapy is a good word, but it's a way for you even to express yourself, to dive into, emotions, things you want to dive into. Yeah. And so I'm sure that's something, we feel in the album too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Billie, for taking the time. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm a huge... That was great. That was so cool. I mean, I know I'm a huge fan, but I felt like it was great to have also questions from people who've been following you for so many time. And I hope you had a good time too this evening.
Thank you.
That was great. Billie Eilish.
Love you guys. Thank you for having me. It means so much to me. It's so silly that you're sitting there watching me talk about myself. Thank you. It really means a lot. I love you so much. Yeah?
Thank you, Billie. Thank you, Deezer, also for organizing. That was great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.